Okay, so I'm going to show you different size labels, how to change the labels in the printer. So we have different sizes here. Um, this is a printer, Citizen ZPL printer, and this is a barcode scanner we have. Um, so I'm going to open up the printer lid, and right now we have 50 by 76 by 25 mm. So I'm going to remove this. So that's out, and I'm going to install 76 by 50 mm roll, thermal label roll in the printer. Okay, so that's installed. Now going back to the console, I can click on Start Inventory. So detailed reports, brief reports, we have a menu. So these are my inventory items. So I have two systems that I'm using for as an inventory item. Uh, so I'm going to switch on the first one and the second one all together. So you can see they are both coming on one by one. The first one is getting an IP through DHCP and using Pixie boot. So the NIS server has delivered the operating system. The second one has an error, so I have to attach a keyboard to press F1 key to continue. So, okay, so the second one is coming on. Okay, so the first one is nearly done. So it's doing the inventory on the top, you can see. And now it's showing this one is a duplicate. So this system already exists in the database. So before it does anything to this one, it gives you the option, press Y to duplicate, create a duplicate entry in the database, P to reprint the inventory label, and S to shut down the system. So in this case, we're going to press P key from the keyboard to reprint the labels. Okay, push the P key, going to the printer, and it has printed the label. But there's one problem. We forgot to select the right label size from the from the console menu. So going back to the console menu, clicking Start Inventory and filling in on all the information and going down and selecting the right label size. So in this case, we have 76 by 50 mm. So we're going to choose this and click Save. So this label is 76 by 25 mm. Save. And now we can redo this system and it should automatically print it. The other system is still booting up. Okay, so I have to shut down this system and reboot it. So while I'm doing that, I'll show you something else. So this is rebooting. So you can see the HCP is going to get an IP from the NIS. Okay, so going to the main menu on the console, I can show you how to reprint the barcode labels. So click barcode labels, and I'm going to use my barcode scanner to scan the barcode. So I'm going to scan the one already done. So this is already in the database. You can see my cursor is automatically there in the field, and I'm going to scan this barcode. So this is scanned, and you can see there's one barcode appears underneath. This is GVH NT13. So this is the barcode that we just scanned, and it appears there. So you can scan many barcodes if you have many. So click submit after scanning the barcodes. So I've clicked submit, and only one system appears, and it tells me the model number, serial number, the processor, the RAM, hard drive, webcam, and all the other information. So in this case, we are interested in reprinting the barcode label for this system. So I'm going to go to the extreme left hand side, and there's a button called Barcode Label Print. So I'm going to click on Print Barcode Label, and the next window I can choose the label size. So in this case, we have 76 by 50 mm installed in the printer. Click Print Label, and you can see it just printed the label. We're going to reprint this one more time. Refreshing this window will print another label, or you can go back and click on Print Label button. You can see this one just printed, but we have one slight problem. The alignment of the label is not correct. You can see we have so much space on the left hand side, so we have to move the label slightly on the right hand side so it appears correctly. So in this case, we're going to open up the ZPL printer and adjust the label. Well, actually, I'm using my one hand to hold the phone to make the video, and I just have one hand, so it's a bit difficult for me to, so just bear with me while I adjust the labels. Okay, so the cover is closed, and we're going to refresh this window or go back and reprint. Click Print Label, and we have the same problem again. So this time even we have more space on the left hand side. So we're going to move the label to the right hand side this time just to align it properly. So doing that. Okay, I think this is going to be much better this time. So refresh, and it's printing it again. This time it's much better. So this is what we were expecting. So this is printed. This is how you change the role, and that's how you reprint if in case you have to reprint the label. This time we're going to change the self-adhesive sticker. So we're going to install a slightly bigger one, which is 102 by 50 mm. So this one is much bigger than the last one. So install the label, align it properly, close the header, the print head. Okay, making sure that it's aligned properly on both sides from left and right. Closed. And now we can go back and choose the different label size. So this is how you reprint. This is only if you have to reprint the inventory item that was already in the database. So you can see this label is slightly bigger and it has more information than the last one. So that's how you do it. If you have to reprint again, Okay, just comparing it with the old label, you can see the previous label has less information, which was 76 by 50 mm, and this one is 102 by 50 mm, and it has more information. Okay, I can use my the barcode scanner to scan these labels into the inventory system. So I'm going to scan this one, and the backend system, you can see I've just scanned it and click submit, and it will bring up the information for that specific inventory item. Now I can go back um, to the left hand side. You can see it gives you all the information. Uh, okay, print barcode label, and this time we're going to choose 102 by 50 because that's the label we have in the system, and you can see it's printed another copy of that. Okay, so we can tear this one off and attach it to the system if we have to. So this is just a demonstration to show you how to change the labels and how to reprint in case you have to. So this time I've removed 102 by 50 mm, and we're going to install a slightly bigger one uh, just to demonstrate how to change the labels and how to reprint if we have to. So this one is installed, just making sure that it's aligned from the both sides. I'm using my one hand to do all the jobs, so it's a bit difficult. So just bear with me, please. Okay, that's done. Yeah, going back to the main menu, choosing the label size you want to print, and this time we're using 102 by 76 mm, which is slightly bigger than the last one, and click print label, and oh, it's messed up. So just bear with me. I have to readjust the label again. Sorry about that. So okay, that's done, and I have to push some button on the printer to because it was giving me an error. So in order to clear the error, I had to push the button, resend the printout, and I have to push the pause button to, or maybe reprint button to continue. Yeah, pause button. Okay, there you go. It has wasted lots of labels, but it has printed the one we wanted. So you can see this one has even more information on it. So it gives you onboard devices, port numbers, what ports it has, storage controllers, inventory date and time, and as well as you can see the space saving system, Intel Pentium 4 24 megahertz. It's a ZIF socket processor. It doesn't show the cores. If it has 2 cores or 3 cores processor, it will show you, but this processor doesn't have that information. So you can see it has RAM, it doesn't have a webcam, and it has a barcode label, the barcode underneath. That's the serial number of the system. Now we're going to remove this and replace it with the bigger one. So this is the largest one I have. This is 102 by 152 mm. So I'm installing this one. Just align it properly. Make sure it's aligned on the both sides. Okay, so that's done. We can go back and change the label size. So in this case, we're using the largest one, which is 102 by 152 mm. Choose that and click print label, and it will reprint the label for the item that's already in the system. So that's done. As you can see, it's not aligned properly. It's slightly on the right hand side. So we have to move the label on the edge of that sign, the black sign. So we're going to do that now. Yeah, that's how you do it. Close the print head and now reprint it. Let's do it. So go back and reprint. Yeah, right label size, print label, and you can see it's gonna overprint the last one, and we can see it's still not right because the label has moved on the right hand side. So we still have to go back and readjust it. So let's do that. As I said, I'm using my one hand to do it. It's a bit difficult. With the other hand, I'm holding my phone to make the video. So that's nearly done. Yeah, that's much better now. Let's reprint it. Okay, so that's done. Okay, we're gonna go back and reprint it. Going down, and it has printed. Now this one is much better. Uh, yeah, that's much better. So this one even has more information on it. Um, so this is how we do it. It's pretty straightforward. Uh, Going back to the start inventory, you can choose your label size, fill all the information. This is if you're doing the inventory for the first time and you wanna choose the label size, that's where you choose it. So this case we have this one. Click save, and I'm gonna go back to my inventory item, which is this one. It's already switched on, so I have to power it off and switch on again so I can do the inventory, the automated inventory. Switching it off now, and now it's coming on again. And on the top monitor you can see it's coming on. Okay, so that's DHCP, got an IP, and it's loading up the software through the NIS Pixie software. So this operating system is delivered over network. It doesn't care whether the system has the hard drive or not. There's no requirement for the system to have any operating system. Even if you remove the hard drive from the system, it will still do the inventory. So it's booting up. It's going to take a while, a few seconds. So it says NIS workstation booting up, and on top it shows you the features the system has. This is just a splash screen. So now this one is doing the inventory. You can see it's probing all the devices in the system, checking what the system has, and it's done it. Now you can see this one is a duplicate entry because this system already exists in the database. So giving you the option to create a duplicate entry in the database if you want to, or press P key. So in this case, we're going to press the P key. As soon as we've done it, you can see on the printer side, it takes about approximately 25 seconds to print it. Just give it a few seconds and you'll see the label automatically prints. You can see this has already automatically printed. It has all the information and it's done it. So this video is just to show you how we change the labels and how we do the inventory. So that's how we do it. Thank you for watching this video.